Good morning, everybody. We are here at the UKM Oval. It's a cathedral of green, that is, where rain ambered forest because there were some showers early morning, but that has disappeared. It's bright sunshine. We are next to pitch number 2 that promises to be a cracker of a contest as Mongolia take on Myanmar. Both teams getting into this game with just one win, so we'll be hoping to end the group stage on a high. Time to meet Dipesh Shule, who was there with both the skipper for the toss.
Good morning, everyone, and it is the toss time here at the UKM Oval. As the sun is shining brighter, it is a perfect time for us to call it a play. But before that, let's go in for the toss. The match coming up in front of you is going to be between Myanmar and Mongolia. For Myanmar, I have the captain alongside is Thai So, and for Mongolia, I have the captain Yugan Suvit. And with them, we also have our match referee, Ms. Supriya Das. It's time for the toss to go up in the air, and let's see who wins it. Heads is the call, and tails it is. Yes. So the captain of Myanmar can come here. You won the toss, a good toss to win. What are you going to do and why?
We are want to do and bat fast. We are trying to move and score.
So you're going to bowl first.
No, bat fast.
All right. So you're going to bat first. Tell us how have you enjoyed this tournament and what is the approach for today's game?
Today's game is we are already played the last match, but we are trying to move and score more run. We are targeted 150 or up. Yeah.
Now that you've won the toss, what is the total in your mind?
Yeah.
All right, I think nobody wants to share that how many runs are they going to share. But Myanmar has chose to bat first. Now can I have the captain of Mongolia to have a quick word? Well, were you also looking to win the toss and bat first, or you're happy with fielding first?
Bowling хийх байсан. Тэгээд 2-11-ээр илүү дайрч тоглоно гэж бодсон.
Yeah, she was targeting to do the bowling and to the match 2 against 11.
Superb. So I think both of them has got what they want. Myanmar wins the toss and they decide to bat first.
Yes, it was Myanmar who called it correctly. And we'll look at their side first because they will be putting the runs on the board here in this first innings. Tenten Zhao continues to lead them. There's Zonlin, Zarlivin, Meipo, the vice captain for this particular game. There is Hetet Aung, Wonton Nari, who should be opening the bowling. There's Teltel Aung, Lilin Tun, another fine bowler in that bowling attack. Kinmin Mayak, their keeper batter. There's I4, Yivin, Pani, make up the 11 for them. And take a look at Mongolia. What a time it is for Uginsu, just 18-year-old, leading them, captaining them for the first time. Oinsu in the side for her, some outswing bowling. There is Unekseg Batur, who got a first wicket in the last game. Batar Jagal, the most experienced batter in this particular game, there is. And then there is Batsnan, who got the Player of the Match award in the previous fixture. Mongolia will be hoping that they can continue to stay calm, composed, and replicate their emotional win that they got after 27 losses. So this is quite a milestone game for them. Let's see how they can take the field in this hot sun right now. Both the umpires have already made their way onto the center. Myanmar openers yet to walk out to the mill, walking into the commentary box after that toss, having had a closer look at that surface, red soil surface, that is the local Malay soil being used for that particular surface today. To tell you more about that and both the captains, here is Dipesh Shule once again. Good morning, Dipesh.
Good morning, Baba, and it's so good to see the bright sunny side over here at the UKM Oval. And today, to be very honest, We are all here to enjoy a good game of cricket between Myanmar and Mongolia, because all these girls, the teams who have participated throughout, and the wonderful season that they have given us, because all these players have actually made it look the brighter side of every team, with 28 matches, 56 innings, 4,679 runs, roughly around 317 wickets, more than 5,000 balls being delivered, more than 1,600 singles, or you talk about 392 boundaries, 22 sixes. You got around 6 half centuries. You've got some brilliant partnerships to witness, and some exceptional games that we have seen in this tournament so far. Well, the group stage itself gave us so much to talk about these girls who've worked really hard, and not just the girls, but the coaching staff, the team that is there on the backstage, right from taking the smallest of the care and making sure that they give their best on the field. So today, Baba, I'm literally here to enjoy a good game of cricket in the Combox.
And looks like a cracker of a surface, as you mentioned. Starting proceedings with the new ball from the university end. Uginsu, the skipper. Just outside of Kinmin Mayat, the keeper batter, got forward, dot ball. Uginsu recently picked 3 wickets in 4 balls against Myanmar. Back in September, that was the last time these two sides met. So that's why they're just starting with her matchup in favor. First runs off the bat, of the inside half of the bat on the onside. Kinmin off the mark.
You were also mentioning about the wicket, Baba. So I think that the strike end, which is something that you're seeing on the screen right now, there are a few cracks here and there. There's a good amount of dew. Roughly around, you take 1 hour for the dew to clear that off. But if the cracks open later on, the spinners are going to party. The spinners are going to have a great time. And even for the pacers then, that uneven bounce is going to be a factor to be noticed.
Now that one came back in sharply. And the pace right end to start as well. When you asked me out there in the center, I said it's the university end that I'll take the new ball with. And that's what she's done, because there is a wonderful bit of cross breeze right now, which can change later.
But to be very honest, Baba, on wickets like this, if you play around with 2 to 3 spinners, they are going to do your job probably after the power play overs. And I think that is something that you would look for from this end.
Yeah, spot on there. City end is the one where you want your spinners to come on. New ball, old ball, whatever that is. You want your pacers to be running in from the university end. Right now, these two batters off the mark. Once again, Kinmin. Driven back to the bowler. Bit of a fumble there. Mid-off will come around.
It's a good, decent start. I think Wanswood is not trying to go too much into experiments, but she's just sticking on to those 3 sticks. See, look at that. This is the thing that is going to bother Kinmin at this moment, because as I told you that there are uncertain cracks on the wicket, and it is very important to clear them off, because 2 things that will matter. One, because of the dew, the ball is not nicely going to come onto the bat. Secondly, because of the crack, there is going to be a possibility of uneven bounce. But this time, a lower full toss ball onto the leg side, easy to flick it, good use of the wrist and good use of the bottom hand there.
And with that, end of the first over. Cautious start, that is, from Myanmar. 3 for no loss. Looks like it is seam from the city end as well.
Now, Baba, this is the end to see, and this is the end to actually witness. Are there going to be good factors hidden for the Pacers?
She started with a wide here. Beg your pardon. It is from the city end that the skipper has come out to bowl. Uginsu, young 18-year-old, leading Mongolia for the first time. Struck firmly, but half a stop in that point region, just one. This early in the game, on the page, the idea should be for these two batters, Kinmin and Tenten, perhaps take a bit of time and perhaps attack for the last 2 overs of the power play.
For a moment, I thought that, the shot that was played just now, footwork could have been much better because, when you are bowling at that pace, it gives you good amount of time to get some room and try to go onto the back foot, try to square it out, try to open the face of the bat. But I'm sure, with the start with Tai Tai and Kinmin, it's more to unfold and they will looking to get some runs in this power play to start off with.
Just a shimmy down the track to cover that swing, didn't get anywhere near that ball. More importantly, Mongolia in the last game only gave away 11 extras, which is a world record for them. That's the least amount of extras they've given away. So they would love to build on that. Heaved onto the onside, plenty of protection there. Just a run. So far, the captaincy, the bowling has been pretty disciplined, and you want that from Mongolia.
Well, of course, power hitting would be that one criteria that should be there on their minds because, with T20 cricket, we are hearing all these words for power hitting and range hitting, and that has, impacted many of the innings that we've seen in this tournament as well.
Quick run taken. Was perhaps on the line, ump will let it go. So 2 overs are done, 7 for no loss. Or should be a no ball. Kinmin has pulled that one beyond short fine leg. And it will race away. First boundary this morning. Real loosener and put away with a lot of panache.
Well, what else do you want in a power play? A full toss ball onto the leg side. All you got to do is just give the ball the direction where you want that ball to go using the pace of the bowler. Not a great delivery. Probably it just slipped out of her hands and the batter has all the freedom, all the time to just swing it away and get a boundary.
And now time to aim for the trees. Free hit. Kinmin swipes that one towards mid-on, just a run. And that will get her innings going. Sometimes a loosener like that, Dipesh, you would know, just makes you feel so good as a batter.
Absolutely, it's party time when you get looseners like that. But even if you see, Baba,
heaved just over that short cover. One more. Go on, Dipesh.
Well, the point I was trying to make here, Baba, is if you've seen till now the surface, especially the end that you call the university end that you're calling, the ball is still waiting and taking its own time to come onto the bat. So when you're trying to go for cover drives or trying to loft it over the mid on or the extra covers, it is not traveling that distance that you want.
That looked high enough in the same area. Same result too. Yeah, that's been given as a no ball as well. Second time she's done so. Normally by now there'll be a gentle warning, but those two full tosses, they were harmless.
Well, it's cherry on the top, I would say, because again, that leg side area, when you have the short fine leg inside the 30-yard circle, you're just going to direct the ball into the gap and look at that fantastic shot. You do not have to do too much. As a batter, if you're clever, you just need to find the right gaps, use the pace.
Yeah, free hit hasn't really cost them anything.
Well, that is a better delivery. Just try to be in line in that particular manner, because again, the more and more you're just going to stay away from the batter, it is going to just challenge time and again.
Well played. That's what you're looking for, especially when you're batting from that particular end with the odd ball stopping. If you can present a full face of the bat, play closer to your body, you're in for a treat.
Good quality cricket on both sides. A good bouncing delivery that just comes on the good length. And on the other hand, you see that front foot defense. The head position very still, eyes on the ball, and this time on the leg side.
Yes, we'll race away for the third boundary in that particular area. Oinchu has been short of form in this particular over, straying on the pads again and punished.
Well, I think just before the toss, probably in the huddle, the captain of Myanmar, Thai Thai, must have asked everyone, what should I do if I win the toss? And probably, I think Kin Min said that today I'm in a mood to bat. 3 boundaries for her till now. And she's looking good, solid in the center.
Yeah, could be her day. That one stopped on her, but they've got plenty in that particular over. Suddenly a rocking start. 3 done, 23 for no loss. Dipesh, such a crucial over this one to pull things back for Mongolia.
Well, yes, the run gates have opened up, but now it's how you are going to apply those speed breakers on a open highway.
Top shot from the skipper this time. She's found her mojo. Sometimes how your opening batter at the other end bats just rubs on to you. That looked like a great strike from Tintin. Didn't get a boundary, but cleared her front leg. Went after the ball. Couple of runs.
Almost looked like an inside out shot for me, because it was important for her to go on the back foot, try to give some room, open the blade of the bat, and she just does it very good.
Oh, that's missing leg stump. Spirited appeal from the young skipper. Always gonna miss leg stump, but you want to see that. You want to see that spirit. You want to see that fight.
You just get one chance and you go all guns blazing for that appeal. And why not? It's a good appeal to be made. Just putting some pressure on to the umpires as well.
Very straight that ball was hit away towards mid-on. Terrific running once again. Myanmar, because of those flurry of boundaries, just starting to get real aggressive in this power play.
Well, yes, the power play is looking good and solid at this moment for Myanmar. Especially the run scoring right from the first ball has been wonderful.
Kinmin gets the ball within the stumps and respects that. That's another aspect of Myanmar's batting that has improved going into this particular game. It's not just boundaries. They're getting those quick singles inside the circle.
You know, why not? And if you see the whole tournament, you know,
Add one more to the tally of boundaries. That deep fine leg region, she's feasted on that all morning. That's a fourth boundary in that particular region.
well, absolutely a combination where you just want to go there and explode. A shot of the length delivery and wax it nicely towards the leg side. And all you could do is just see the race between the fielder and the ball wins the race.
Still shot fine inside the circle because you can't set the field for bad bowling.
Absolutely.
Now standing outside the leg stump. Shuffles across, bit of a leading edge. Square leg fielder was back. She'll keep it down to just one. Another terrific over for this opening partnership. 4 overs are done. They're racing along. 31 for no loss. Dipesh, do you think it's time for some spin now?
Ideally, it should be, because the pacers or the medium pacers, to be very honest, have gone in for runs. And when you're talking about 31 runs in just 4 overs, that means you've done well till now. You would be targeting more 2 overs of power play. But we were just discussing about the boundaries, but also more than 1600 singles you're talking about in this entire tournament, around 384 twos that have been ran by the batters.
Change in bowling for the first time from the university, and it will be Unesteg, who got her maiden international wicket in the previous game, just 19 years old. Starts with a good one. It's an equally cracker of a shot from Kinmin. She is switched on this morning. Finds the sweeper, takes one.
I think Kinmin is giving a perfect example of what kind of range hitting you need to do in the power play, how far you can hit, what are the areas that you can hit. And when I say far, how many yards are you going, away from that 22 yards? So that is your range. And when you can target your range with solid power, that's range hitting in power play overs by Kinmin.
Yes, we'll add to that when Kinmin gets back on strike. Now the skipper bludgeons that one back to the bowler. Could have been her second wicket. Tough chance. Very difficult on the follow through. That ricochet of her palms. Another one taken.
That just comes quick and surprises Batur. Look at that. A tossed up delivery, but wider to the crease. Hammered it back to the bowler.
Now Kinmin. We're talking about Kinmin's power. I think that comes with the way she holds the bat just before she strikes the ball, the bottom of the bat pointing towards the sky, so that the bat becomes all lighter, and then you can just bring it down through the line of the ball.
Absolutely. And we'll have to see now by the end of the power play what is the number that they get, because the start has been good outside the off stump this time. Clever bowling by Batur.
And none for 45, somewhere around that. They'll take it with both hands, these two. Mini comeback in this over. Cross seam again, threaded through that inner circle. Should be one more. We were talking about the importance of this over, and young Unesteg, she's done well here.
I really like the run up. First of all, she's using the center of the non-striker crease pretty well. She's tossing up the ball, being a medium pacer, trying to keep it away from the batter.
Flat bats, that one will only find the fielder. in control now, this opening pair from Myanmar. 36 for no loss. 5 overs are done. Player of the match of the last game gets her opportunity with the ball in hand. It's Batsnan. Could be the first wicket here. Oh, just went over that fielder inside the circle at mid-on. Real opportunity for the first time inside this power play. Yes, couple of spinners starting proceeding here at the commentary box for the first time. We have some pace on offer as Adarsh joins us. Good morning, Adarsh.
Very good morning to you, Baba, and to everybody.
She's been putting them away in style. Not this time. That was too high. Another no ball.
This has been a feature of the Mongolia innings so far. They've bowled a bunch of very good deliveries, but the looseness have been very, very loose, especially the no balls, which is given Myanmar every bit of opportunity to score.
Free hit should be down the leg side, but she got some bat onto that. She's loved that area behind keeper on the onside. Will that be 2 more off the bat? No, byes given away.
Just to finish my point, the loose deliveries have been extremely loose, and they've cost Mongolia, because when they've tried to maintain a good channel, they've done really, really well.
Lovely transfer of weight, but won't find the gap this time, Kinmin. Yes, you're right. And their coach was hoping they could continue the good work they showed in the previous game. Only 11 extras. Right now, they've surpassed that. Better connection this time around. One bounce to that deep backward square fielder.
The one thing that can be a positive to take out of this inning so far from Mongolia is the fact that they've been very switched on their toes. The fielding has been spot on. Their throws have been very accurate. These are the basics that you get right.
Rightly pointed out, Adarsh, fielding always is the health meter of a team. No matter where they are in terms of their points table, as long as you can be upbeat on field, you're doing well.
You're also getting a lot of support, a lot of cheers from the dressing room. The players are talking to each other. The captain's going to the bowler at every given opportunity. That's the mark of a good team.
Last ball of the power play. Kinmin gets a short one, gets it through the point region. That ball has got enough legs on it. Make it her 5th boundary inside the power play, and this one, her first one through the offside.
There wasn't a very big gap there. The ball was short and wide. She had to place it to perfection, and she exactly did that. Threaded it through that needle to get another boundary. They're on fire. At the end of the power play, it's 46 for no loss.
This opening partnership is a celebration of how far cricket has come in Myanmar, that is Sepak Takraw being the more dominant sport in the country. Cricket still finding its way into the nook and corners. Very recently that they have started the under 15, under 17 tournaments. That is, we've got two active grounds there. So preparation in full focus as they were preparing for this particular tournament. Batstan once again from the university end.
Making certain adjustments to the field.
Top connection. Long off has got no chance whatsoever. That's the skipper adding to the boundary count.
With that boundary, the 50 also comes up for Myanmar. That was struck extremely powerfully. Flat batted it, yes, but brute force. The fielder at long off had absolutely no chance. Very little ground to cover. Another boundary.
The sound of the bat still very good from the skipper of Myanmar. Adarsh, just to look at the field that they've got right outside this power play.
There are four fielders and they are trying to use these lifted restrictions to the best of their abilities. They have a long off, a deep point, a deep mid wicket and a fine leg.
Oh, don't bowl there. Now that you've got a fielder deep on the fence, you can perhaps get away with that. Which is why I think the line in this over has been a little too far outside of, with still two defielders down on the onside. They could have bowled a little straighter.
The bad balls have all been on the pads. That is something that they will eventually learn.
Miss hit. Mid-on interested, tracks it down, drops it. They were pretty spirited with their catching drills this morning where Mongolia, first real opportunity on the field, goes down.
She actually did all the hard work, covered the ground that she needed to, got under the ball. It was up in the air, and like you said, there was a small cross breeze, which could have potentially led to the drop catch.
Cross seam bounces just in front of the keeper. Yes, the fielder there, Bachargal, should have held on to that after having done all the hard work, as you mentioned, onto the last ball of this over. Kinmin gets a much better connection this time around. No stopping that one. Spirited dive on the fence, and I think she's pulled it back just in time. The ball must have plonked on the outfield. Others allowed the fielder to get a hand to it.
Irrespective of that, that has been a fantastic, top-notch effort. She had a lot of ground to cover. She had to run so long to be able to get there. And looks like she has pulled it back. And that will bring to a close over number 7. It's 54 for no loss.
Adarsh, even with that morning moisture and the showers we have had with a slightly heavy outfield, it tells you the pedigree of this surface, how good it is, how well the ball has still come onto the bat, even bounce from both the ends. Tremendous work by the ground staff here.
Oh, absolutely. There's no questions about it, because we've had multiple games hosted here. The surface has been very, very true to its nature every single game. There are a couple of pitches that have been used. This is pitch number 2. Will be a wide. This is pitch number 2, but the groundsmen the other day, especially when it was raining, They were up and running. They knew exactly where the spots were, where there will be a lot of puddles, where there will be a lot of water. They covered the entire ground in terms of being able to remove those water puddles and get play underway as soon as possible.
Now wide down the leg side. Yes, a total of 5 permanent ground staff here at the UKM Oval, and that's the advantage you get. When they live here, they breathe the same air, they know each and every blade of grass, they know how to take care of it, and they have done it well. In the air, slapped. Won't have the legs to go all the way. Still a confident run from Kin Min.
Something about the offside shots that we've seen so far, they've predominantly been on the back foot, which again says the connections that they're making on the back foot. The back foot game is slightly stronger. All we've seen so far is on the front foot has been defense.
Which is why batsman should be bowling that length there. And perhaps a little fuller maybe. Go towards 5.5 meters rather than 6.5 meters.
That's exactly the point that I was trying to make. Considering the fact that their back foot game is a little stronger than their front foot, if you try to bowl more up there, which is what they did when they created the opportunity.
Yeah, better length but wrong line. Hit straight to the deep fielder at the mid-wicket fence. They're doing it comfortably, these two. No ball being signaled. Should have been just a run, but now she'll come back and bowl a free hit. And for the first time in the innings, it's the captain to face the free hit.
There was a single, so you can potentially change the field. Are they looking to do that?
Yes, no deep mid-wicket for the captain now. Low full toss. Mid-off trying to come around, won't be able to. Skipper gets a second boundary. She's up and running now. Puts the free hit away in style.
Oh, that was full. That was there to be hit. She had to get her connection right. She did exactly that. There were only 2 fielders there. She had to beat them and did that very, very comfortably. Races to the boundary.
What a statement this is from the opening pair of Myanmar. Captain very much out there in the center. Kin Min started the onslaught. Winning the toss, batting first. They put their best foot forward here. Bastan looking to get that loopy Yorker in. Looks like Tintin has taken out the mid-on fielder. She's down. They've completed the run. But she will get some medical assistance right now. Looks like that hit her ankle.
She looks in a lot of pain. Unable to be up on her feet is something that's not always a good sign. Support staff's there. There's a little bit of work that needs to be done to her ankle by the looks of it. The game will be paused for now. It's after 7.4 overs, 65 for no loss.
It's chilling winters in Mongolia right now. So the outdoor practice was a bit of an issue for the Mongolian team before they left for Malaysia. Did a lot of indoor training sessions, which is why ground fielding is something you can't really perfect when you're training indoors, Adarsh.
Different geographies bring different perspectives and ways of training into this game, which is why all of us love this sport so much. You come from Mongolia where you can't, like you said, train outside in those winters.
Oh, terrific connection all the way indeed. First 6 this morning had to come from Kin Min's bat. Good old slog over deep mid-wicket.
Or she didn't have to do a lot. The connection was perfect. The timing was perfect. She just hoiked it over deep mid wicket for the first maximum of today. Brilliant shot.
Yes, that will get that dugout up and running, and then current run rate as well. Over 9 now. Mongolia under real pressure now. Batsman under the pump. Play and a miss. 8 done, 71 for no loss. Bit of right arm pace now from University end. Only off the toe end of the bat. Run towards long off. Damdin Suren with her first over. Kinmin continues to stand outside leg stump. And then shuffles onto the stumps, drives it confidently. Another run in the same area.
It's not just been the boundaries. They've also gotten their odd singles and doubles. Strike rotation has been very, very good. This is a mark of a very good batting side. They're getting their basics right.
Yes, this would really please their coach, Ashfaq Bapi. That's been her favorite shot. Clear the front leg and heave it towards long off. 15 years that Ashfaq Bapi has been with Myanmar. This would be one of those proudest moments for him as well, to have an opening partnership over 70 now. Enough bat onto that. She's loved that area. Feasting on anything that's been wide on the onside. Places that perfectly. Moves into the 40s, Kinmin.
That was a nothing delivery. She just has to get the direction right, get bat on ball, and that's exactly what she did. Fine leg up in the circle, will get a comfortable boundary. Both teams should be really proud of the cricket that they've played so far in the tournament. Another wide. They both come off 1 wins so far in the tournament. But just trying to analyze and look at the standard of cricket and where all cricket has made inroads into, it's just wonderful to see.
Got into position quickly, will go over, short fine leg. That'll take a couple of runs away from what will be a celebrated half century from Kinmin.
That was short on the pads. She had to get it over that fielder. The fielder was in the game for sure. Had to time her jump to perfection, which she wasn't able to. We'll get another boundary, two away from a half century for Kinmin.
Oh, she was not ready, and rightly so. Good call from Kinmin. Sometimes you're forced to play the ball because the bowler is already in the bowling run-up. She pulled out right at the last second. There was the opportunity to go beyond the 50-run mark. That special ball that she's been putting away all morning, wide this time.
Has been a very expensive over so far. Very expensive first over. 13 runs already. Going round the wicket.
Calm and composed, Kinmin plays out that one for a dot. 9 overs are done. It's been all Myanmar so far, scoring more than nines. 84 for no loss. Another change. Javzandulam. As Teltengaung heaves it towards cow corner. And have to just wait. Looked like the fielder was really close to the ropes, but she's done it well. 2 runs.
What a welcome to the bowler. A short delivery on the pads, easy pickings, but brilliantly done by the fielder as well.
Chavzan bowls it way down the leg side. That's been the issue for Mongolian bowlers today. They have been a little too leg side-ish all morning.
And little on the shorter side as well, Baba. That's a slightly better delivery, slightly fuller there in length, which is why the ball went to long on instead of to mid-wicket or square leg, and that's what they need to do more of.
What they can do is drop that fine leg back on the fence for Kinmin. She's hit about 5-6 boundaries in that region. Still up. Or struck firmly. Go towards the mid-wicket region. That'll take her to 49.
Yeah, to be able to understand which batter's strengths are what and to be able to set a field for that is what they need to do better. And that is something that they'll learn with more experience as well.
Now the skipper Tintin just watches it go down the pads. Yeah, for the first time now, the fielder was asking the captain to drop that fine leg fielder. Skipper said, just keep bowling outside off. Don't worry about that fielder. Missed out. Real opportunity to get some bat onto that. She got nothing on it.
Yeah, you don't go against your captain now, do you? You listen to exactly what she says. She's got a plan in mind.
Bat on ball. Long off, comes around, does well. Should be another ball remaining in this particular over. It will be the keeper batter from Myanmar. At the cusp of a fine milestone. This has been a strokeful knock. Gets a friendly full toss, finds the deep fielder too, and shall raise the bat onto the heavens, collect the applause, and they'll be super proud of that effort from Kinmin. Top knock this is. At the halfway mark, Myanmar racing along, 92 for no loss. And with that, much needed drinks break for Mongolia here.
After the drinks break, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ACC Women's Premier Cup 2026. Myanmar won the toss, chose to bat and have put on a very, very big total of 92 for no loss after 10 overs. I welcome to the commentary box, Deepesh.
Absolutely. What a wonderful way to put this total up in the 10 overs. And from here on, there is no looking back. And it's no loss till now. Not a single loss. Kinmin playing on 50 of 39, 51 of 39 now. And Thai giving a superb supporting role and constructing the innings further with Kinmin. 28 of 26. Again, this is racing away towards that wideish area toward the long on and the overthrow. Just to add a little bit fuel more to the fire, that overthrow comes in handy.
This is not the start they would have wanted. They had a very spirited conversation while the drinks break was on. There were certain plans being discussed, but most importantly would have been to enjoy the game of cricket, not take a lot of pressure in. That swung away for a quick single, but that would have been the discussion in the middle. To enjoy this cricket as much as possible, they have cold winters going on back home, so also to be able to enjoy the sun while it's out.
Well, absolutely. And I think that reflects in the batting as well. The way they've started, utilize the power play to the maximum. And now it is all about how well are you going to construct this and put up a skyscraper of a score onto the scoreboard. But Adesh, just throwing light, on the fantastic technique and the approach that both these batters had in the power play. If you can just throw some light on it.
Oh, that's a run-out opportunity. A direct hit. Will get the first wicket against the run of play. Looked like that's the only way a wicket was falling.
Well, yes, a little unfortunate there. And she was off the crease very quickly, expecting that to be a run and responded by Kinmin. Kinmin was unmoved and look at that, almost to the half of the crease was Thai. And that's going to be the first breakthrough just after the drinks break. Mongolia strikes and strikes with a run out. There is the captain walking back to the dugout.
In what could have been a brilliant century run partnership, has to unfortunately fall short. But what a brilliant partnership coming to an end.
Oh yes, now you'll have, this is another one. Is that another one? They're going for a big appeal. Nobody's looking at the leg umpire. She's supposed to give that decision. And that dive probably must have saved the batter. It was a long appeal. Very good throw. Let's look at what happened just now. 11 gone, 96 for 1. Kinmin just barely inside the crease just to safeguard that wicket. What a wonderful throw that was. We've seen that first run out and that first wicket, how it was a little unfortunate for Thai, and similar mistake could have repeated. And now it's time for Mongolia to capitalize all the pressure they're trying to put there. We're talking about that fantastic 10 overs domination by Myanmar, Adarsh. Now Mongolia trying to get back to what they've lost in that first 10.
Oh, that's driven straight back. Past the bowler will be a single. No, that's a misfield. A boundary.
Absolutely a wonderful shot there. So the run scoring is continuing with the pace that they achieved and that they got in the first 10 overs. They're just trying to continue with what they started. 100 up for Myanmar. Oh, that's again swing and a miss. Good reply there by the captain Yugan Sud.
Absolutely a good comeback delivery there. Zonlin getting off the mark with that boundary. She looks technically very, very sound.
Another one driven away towards the deep covers region. There is a fielder, so they will be happy with a single only.
Dipesh, great players get off the mark with an on drive. And that's exactly what we saw. Are we looking at a great player in the making in Zonlin?
Absolutely. I mean, all these girls, the kind of cricket that they've got to Malaysia over here in this wonderful tournament of ACC Women's Premier Cup has been phenomenal. But what is happening out here? Not a great way to stop that one. She went in for a drive. And that's a boundary that will come along the way. She did try to dive, but that half-hearted dive did not really stop the momentum in which the ball was coming.
Was definitely the unhealthiest way to slide and stop the ball. Could have injured herself.
Another one, just close. Good running between the wickets. So it's not just the boundaries that has kept us busy, but the singles as well. With that, that's the end of the 12th over. It's 106 for 1. Well, now then, 12 overs, 106 for 1. What a fantastic show with the bat till now by Myanmar. Mongolia trying to get back. Will that be caught? Oh, it's not an easy one. Anything that they're getting onto the bat now, they're just swinging it and trying to get more and more runs here.
But this is a kind of delivery that almost created an opportunity earlier as well. This was just over the fielder's head. She had to backtrack a little bit. But if this is creating opportunities, my question is, why are Mongolia not capitalizing and trying to bowl more of this?
Well, I think that will be the game plan right now, to bring in the batter more and more onto the front foot, trying to give them deliveries that will be hit in the air and probably try to set up a trap. Well, now then, this one's a little outside the off stump. Good way to get away with that.
Absolutely great way to get away with that. Look like a certain wide. But Myanmar will take everything.
Now it's not time to escape. This will be given wide.
Well, the only question is, why are they moving their plans? Why are they moving, changing lines when they got a couple of dot deliveries, bowling on the stump and slightly fuller?
Well, I think Batur will be having something on her mind. Again, the one that goes straight to the long off region gets another single here. So, Adarsh, it's not just about the boundaries that have been keeping the batters busy, but it's also the singles and doubles that have come in handy.
That's been a feature of this batting innings so far.
Change of pace That's good to see from Batur that she's continuously variating with pace.
But sometimes trying too many things too soon, very, very quickly, might be the reason for your back fall.
Oh, that's a good looking shot. But it's going to be ending up with only a single to end the over. It's 110 for 1 after the end of 13. ACC Women's Premier Cup 2026. A warm welcome to all the viewers and those who have joined in now. You're watching Myanmar taking on Mongolia. Myanmar won the toss, decided to bat first, and have been doing justice to the decision that was made during the toss to go in for bat, getting runs. And by the end of 13 overs, we've seen 110 change in the bowling to happen. And it will be Oyunswood would be coming out to bowl again.
Another misfield will give them an easy single. Their ground fielding has been very good so far. They have done the hard yards. They run across the turf really well. But it's the catching that's been a little bit of a bother.
This time again, another technique that's not looking great at the moment to stop that ball. And it's very risky as well. Now you're just trying to put the leg to stop the ball, put your feet on risk there, Adarsh.
Absolutely. This is something that we don't very usually see. This attempt to try to jog the knee down to stop the ball.
Low full toss ball again onto the leg side. The square leg fielder will cut that off. So singles at the moment. This is still good for Mongolia as far as you're not getting boundary sixes on a frequent intervals. Singles can be still less harm for the rising score that we are watching right now. Oh, that looks like it going in the gap and it will go for a boundary. A long chase for the long on fielder and the chase just went on and on and on with a boundary.
You did say that the boundary balls will have to be restricted and that will still be good, but that was a very, very good shot. There was no way that was going to the boundary. She had to time that shot to perfection and find the gap as well, which she did brilliantly and played it with a straight bat, which was the feature of the shot.
This one's now onto the pad and a big appeal will be made. We'll have to just wait and watch. Umpires unmoved.
Deepesh, the feature of this shot also was the fact that she came down with a straight bat. Great players do that. People that want to score runs. You see your Smriti Mandanas, you see your Shefali Vermas who do that most often than not. And that will bring to a close over number 14. After 14, it's 118 for 1.
$14 gone and it's 118 for 1. And right now, it's the run scoring that is making headlines into this game. Zonglin and Kin Min, both of them looking very sharp, very powerful, and hitting the leather ball to all the parts of the ground. You talk about long on, you talk about square leg, you talk about mid wicket. Every boundary has seen a ball coming to their way. And it's now from here on, how much are you looking to go big, go to the maximum? If you ask a question, 118, is that enough for 14 overs till now? Then wait for more 6 overs to come in, Adarsh.
Anywhere between 180 to 200 is what they will be looking to score from here on. They have the foundation to be able to do that. You have two batters who've got their eye in. And extras like this will also add to your total.
Well, yes, extras at this point in time will have to be avoided when you especially have a left armer bowling over the wicket. You expect Phillips to be more accurate, more in the line. Again, shot of the length, straight to the fielder, almost with that catch. Was not an easy one. The ball was dipping down towards the ground.
It's a good thing that they were able to restrict it for just a single.
120 now. Adarsh, you've just said that they can go to 180 or 200, but that's going to be needing a lot of boundaries here. And that's another good looking shot, but not traveling that far. Comfortable for a single to be taken.
She was already in position before the bowler was even running up. She knew exactly where the ball was going to come. Despite that, wasn't able to get the connection right. 180 definitely on the cards, Deepesh.
Another slower one. Good change of pace. Asking question to the umpire. Says not out.
One of the other things that Mongolia could look to do to improve their game potentially is try spot bowling a little bit. Bowl in the same areas again and again and again to see what happens. Will be a dot ball. No, will be a wide. But if you continue to do that, you yourself will discover more of your game. You will know exactly what your strengths are. And if you're not doing something on a consistent basis over a period of time, you will never know what the fruits of that practice is.
Phillips right now trying to get back to the line and length. Couple of wides there. Again, shot of the length, and that's going to be hammered away for a boundary towards a mid-wicket region.
That was short. She was waiting for this delivery every single ball of the over. And this time she got her connection right. To the right of the fielder at short mid-wicket. Once it was past that, it was racing away and nothing to stop it.
Well, absolutely. Now runs coming at ease. And probably it's time now for them to only think that what is the 3-digit number that you're going to put on the scoreboard. Another one onto the leg side, and this makes 3 extras already in this over. So you're giving away boundaries and some extras that's not going to be fruitful at the end of the day, because Mongolia will have to come in the second innings to even target that score and challenge it further.
Yeah, you're right. 17 extras so far. Would ideally make that 18. But after the previous boundary, the fielder, who was a lot squarer, has come straighter.
Another one. That is a good looking shot, and that's going to go for a boundary. Yet another misfield will not be able to stop that boundary. It comes at ease.
Boundaries, 4 sixes coming thick and fast for Myanmar after deciding to bat. I think they knew exactly what they were doing at the toss. They knew what their strengths were, which was the top 3, and they're trying to capitalize every single loose opportunity. They're in for a big score here.
Well, it's a good hard work for Mongolia as well. The kind of cricket that they've played till now has been very commendable. And it's one of the good teams that we've seen in this tournament. Phillips ending her over with a dot ball, and it's 131 for 1 after the end of 15. So 15 gone and it's 131. With Zonlin looking strong at 21 of 16. And Kinmin looking even better with 61 of 50 that she's played. Baba, welcome to the Combox, and what a wonderful show till now by Myanmar with the bat. Mongolia also, making sure that the hard work is on and the efforts are on. Oh, that's a good stop again. Good stop again.
Yes, Mongolia really working hard in their last group stage game here. You mentioned Myanmar, they will be delighted where they are right now, especially for Kinmin, batting on 61. Shuffles way outside of there, Dipesh, now being proactive, and why not?
This is what I think T20 cricket gives us the unorthodox approach of many batters. We've seen the 360-degree shot techniques from many of those batters, and this time lofts it in the air straight to the long off region. Again, the long off also is standing a little wideish because of the kind of range hitting that has been done is majorly towards the extra covers and that wideish area towards the long off.
Love the intensity Zonlin has brought to the crease as well. She was practicing the drives just before the start of the match. That has come to her help.
Another misfield, and that will be put up into the gap. Probably couple of runs that will be added by the end of this ball. And the final over of her spell, the captain's spell, Wanswood, is bowling that one outside the off stump. This one's onto the leg side, onto the pads, and that's clever. That's wonderful cricket by Myanmar, and that's a very good shot, the low full toss ball.
Electrifying indeed once again from Zonlin. Got a bat ball, but then you still have to middle it, and she did. Take a look how quick that outfield now has become, with the sun baking it down. 4 overs remaining, 138 for 1.
$16 gone, 138 for 1. And it's more to go. More 24 legit deliveries. And that will give us the final number on the scoreboard. This one just smashed. Squarer to the wicket, and a misfield will be adding 4 more runs to the total.
Yes, Kinmin has punished anything that's been wider, either wide of leg stump or wide outside off. And that was no surprise once again. Plenty of width on offer and taken it gleefully as the keeper batter.
Adding happy moments to this run scoring with that previous boundary. It has been wonderful and top notch. This one's in the air, but falling in between two fielders. Another run to be added to the total.
Dipesh, what can work out for Mongolia now? I know they've almost conceded 150 now. Is see if you can bowl to one side of the pitch. Don't concede boundaries on both sides square. That's a nightmare for the young skipper. Bowl to your field.
That's much better. That's very close to those 3 sticks and straight landing in the hands of the wicket keeper.
Which is what you want to see. They've got the sweeper back. Nobody back at third. I think therein lies the confusion. No deep point, no deep third. So she doesn't know which way to go.
This one's again in the air, 1 bounce and to the fielder. As far as it is singles, Mongolia won't really mind it, but the moment those boundaries comes in, it just accelerates the momentum, puts the drive into the top gear. Another slower one, lofted up again, straight to mid-on. Good fielding, another single. Baba, as far as singles are coming, Mongolia wouldn't mind it at this stage of the game.
Absolutely, and it puts more and more pressure on the bowlers there. That boundaries are fine. We are still not able to build any pressure whatsoever on these 2 batters.
Another shot of the length delivery, put away nicely into the gap. But that will be cut off, and it's good fielding there by the captain herself, Yugan Sood.
And with that, 17 overs are done as Kinmin Mayat gets a bit of a drink. 147 for 1. Dipesh, what's been impressive is the kind of intent Myanmar batters have come out with. We know Kinmin got a few looseners to get away, but Zon Lin, since the time she's walked out, the transfer of weight, her head positions, they've been phenomenal. It looks like this could be a slightly longer delay. Kinmin Mayat could be experiencing some cramps here. It's been a hot morning here at the UKM Oval.
Well, yes, because the runs have not only been coming from boundaries and probably that 1-6 in this particular inning, but majorly wherever they've got that little window where they can get a single quickly or steal a single into a 2 or 2 into a 3, they've been always on the feet.
Yes, and the remedy to something like this, a cramp, is sometimes unpleasant as well. You got to perhaps gulp that 1 packet of pickle juice that brings in a lot of flavor. That's the best way I can put it, because it's salty, it's sour, it gets you the much needed fluid. Oh, she's walking out. So Myanmar, they have decided Kinmin Mayat is tired enough to bat out there. They don't want to risk it, but she's walking out with a gleeful smile on her face. And rightly so. She's done a job for the team, for the captain, came out to open the batting and goes out, retire hot. 68 to her name.
Well, she will receive a standing ovation with all the team members out there. Fantastic showcase of the quality of shots that she has. 68 of 57. Now the innings will run in further. 17 gone, 147. What is a 3-digit number you would finally put up after the end of 20? First ball, quick run has to be there. And bit of a fumble.
Yes, but she was always going to get there. Number 75. Meipo San, the vice captain, gets her opportunity with the bat, but it's going to be about Zon Lin from here on in. She's the set batter, needs to face the most number of deliveries if Myanmar are to get anywhere closer to that 180 mark that Adarsh suggested.
And this is again, continuously the reason, the consistency of batting that have been truly a great class of cricket that we've seen. Again, this one's nicely hit, but again, nicely fielded as well. And it was Javsing Doolam doing that wonderful work in the outfield. long chase for her, but make sure that is cut off in time.
Yes, she's been stationed down at that square leg boundary all day. Has covered a few yards there.
Another one straight towards the long off and should be a single only.
And with that, the magic number of 150 up. Ashfaq, Bapi and the entire support staff of this Myanmar team, they will be super proud of this batting effort.
Slow and steady wins you the race, but consistency and right intent gives you better results. That is what we've seen from Myanmar. On the other hand, if you talk about Mongolia, nothing to take away from them. It is exceptional to see that effort and that try to give your best is there on every ball that we've seen. Couple of deliveries more to go in this over. Another one straight to the field, a bit of a misfield. Will they go for it? No. That's a good calling.
Dipesh, you mentioned consistent efforts, and another thing you've seen with Myanmar's batting is how ruthless they are. And one of the things that must have come from having each division cricket back in Myanmar, they've got 50% men's and women's team. So they compete against the men from a very early age. That was cracked in the gap. That's the kind of ruthlessness I'm talking about.
The lovely sound that it makes when the ball connects the bat. In fact, the meat of the bat that shot comes from. Change of pace, waited for it. Whoops, there she goes.
Just as she finished that shot, the bat ended up on the back of her left shoulder. So that tells you she's given it a full swing. 12 balls remaining, 156 for 1 right now.
Well, yes, 156 for 1. And now it is going to be Batnasan who will be coming out to bowl. Starts off wide of the off stump. Gets away with that nicely. Clever bowling there.
Just inside the marker. Teasing the ump for that wide call, but well bowled. Batsman.
Well, got away with that because the line belongs to the umpire. Full toss ball again. Smashed. But a no ball given by the leg umpire. Just about at waist height. And it will be time for some free hit. The license to do anything on this ball without even getting worried. Will you be given out at any point of time? No, 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 no. Just go for it. It's a free hit. It's a batter's dream ball. A free hit.
Yes, so far Lin's preferred area has been towards cow corner, deep mid-wicket. Bit of a chat between both the umpires right now. Third no ball in this innings. They've kept on testing that over waist limit. In fact, that was the third time she's gone over waist height, and maybe that's why there was a bit of a discussion between both the umpires. But all three of them so slow that there is hardly any harm to the batter. Oh well. Yes, now the young skipper has to perhaps make the tough decision to let go of the bowler in her last over, and somebody else has to go on and finish that over.
Well, that chat will continue and we'll get to know what is the exact thing that is happening there in the middle. It is to do with the no ball for sure. And it's just that moment where we'll have to wait what the umpires are having a conversation with the players.
Yes, Phillips has joined the conversation. She's been playing some league cricket in UK. Must have had a bit more match practice and experience. Right, this is trouble for Mongolia. They've already conceded too many, and now they might have to get a new bowler on to finish this over.
$158, which is where now bit of that discussion of that no ball that have been bowled.
Yes, it's Phillips herself who looks like will complete this particular over. Batsman bowling the third over waste, no ball, and in return, umpires have gone to the skipper and said enough is enough. She can't bowl anymore. It's dangerous bowling, and it'll be Phillips to finish that over.
Well, absolutely now change in the bowling as well, and the free hit will continue. It is just that timely consideration taken by the umpire. Oh, this is much fuller, nicely bowled, but finds the gap, and that will be a boundary, hammering this one towards the cow corner region.
That's a special shot once again from Lin. Beauty of that shot is how straight the bat came down. Knew that mid-on, mid-off, and mid-wicket, they're all inside, so you had to go straighter. Target the V. She's done it with style.
Well, for Myanmar, it is going to be party time because they'll be just trying to finish this in style. Another one. Full toss ball, misfield. It's all happening out there. Two back-to-back boundaries.
Yes, the wheels are coming off now, and that can happen. Under the hot sun, they're being put under the pump all morning. And right now, it's Lin who's cashing in. Bad ball from Phillips, punished.
Oh God, that is going to be now adding up some more pressure onto Mongolia. They'll have to get some planning action here. Another one. Wide ball given. So two boundaries, a wide. That is quite a lot happening in this over. Initially, it started with that discussion that whether the bowler can be permitted to be given further bowling, but then
Oh, aggressive running and good one indeed. They've come for one more off the throw.
this is fabulous batting. This is amazing to see the energy. Mongolia will have to get back, but at the moment, Myanmar having the best time in the center. Started off with Kinmin getting 68 of 57. Oh, this one's full toss again. In the air, long chase, couple of runs would be easy. We'll have to see what the umpires are signaling here. Both of them are looking at each other.
This was a confusing call for the square leg ump. Eventually, it's just 2 runs.
Another full toss ball, and that will be a drop catch again. Too much to keep the square leg fielder busy.
And the square leg umpire as well. Couple of runs taken takes them to 172. Zonlin celebrates another fine half century. She joins Kinmin Maya to go past the milestone in this innings. And what a day for this Myanmar batting outfit with 2 of their top 3 going past the half century mark. 172 now, Dipesh. And they are fancying well over 180 here.
They must have enjoyed till now. And there is one more over for them to just go all guns blazing. Change in the bowling will happen. And it will be Damdin Surin who will be come out to bowl. Another one that want to be just played towards the leg side. Quick reflexes there and quick running between the wickets between Zonlin and Mapo.
Yes, Lin can afford to keep the strike, the pace from here on in. They worked really hard. She's the set batter. So it's okay if she plays out a couple of dot balls and in return gets them a few boundaries in this over.
Spectacular batting. And that full toss ball that is been lofted in the air towards a long on and 2 runs immediately. Want to keep Zonlin at the striker's end. This is fabulous batting by the both of them. Mapo is on strike. But if you are going to support, and if you are a supporter of Myanmar, you would love to see Zonlin back on strike. But Mapo also doing pretty well with the bat.
Absolutely, 2 runs every ball is not bad at all, no matter what stage of the game you're in. So they're running hard, they're making sure they're getting runs off every ball.
177 and more to add in this 3 deliveries. Another one that is just played nicely. And that will be a boundary again. 1 more to add up and we'll take the score in 180s.
Yes, we wanted Lin on strike. May says may not. And puts that bad ball away too. That'll take them past that 180 mark. Now this will be a Herculean task when Mongolia comes out and chases this.
Absolutely brilliant. More 2 deliveries to go. This time shuffles. And looking at the umpire with a hope that by any chance will that be given wide? No.
Yes, Damdin Suren doing well to get it just on top of leg stump. Final ball.
That's a good delivery straight down the ground. The first runs is in. Will they go for the second one? The throw comes in. And that is where they would love to end this. 182 on the board with 20 overs that have gone in. Mapo and Zonlin not out till the end. But what a show to see the Myanmar taking on to the bowling. Mongolia working very hard and nothing to take away from them, because it has been a tough time when the batters are just not ready to listen. Mongolia tried their best, but there is a second innings waiting for you. Look at that. Kinmin retired hurt at 68 with 57 she faced. Thai again 31 of 28, and then it was Zonlin, another half century for her. Proud moment must be when you lift that bat in the air with a half century. And then Mapo ending that with 12 runs and a good cameo played by her. This is the bowling cards. Oansu, Yuansu and Batur completing their spell of 4 overs. Didn't quite really get the wicket, but tried to be economical as they can. Couple of overs for Damdin Surin. 1 over for Javzan Dulam. Then Phillips, another over that she had to finish it off. Overall sums up with 9.1 run rate and around 20 extras in that 20 overs. 182 for 1. We'll be going in for a short break. And when we come back, we will see how Mongolia approaches to this big run chase that is there in front of them. We'll be back in some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the run chase here at the UKM Oval. It's innings number 2, just about to get underway. A huge total of 183 to be chased down for Mongolia, who've not had the best of starts to the day, but will look to finish this tournament and today on a high. They've not been the best batting side yet, but this is an opportunity for them to just be out there, spend time in the middle, gather as much as experience as possible, and just enjoy playing their cricket. In the commentary box with me, Deepesh. A swing and a miss. Welcome back, Deepesh.
Well, yes, Adarsh, right now Mongolia needs to keep things very simple. Just try to get away with that run chase by getting those right gaps, singles, doubles. Wherever you see an opportunity, try to go big. Similarly to what Myanmar has been very successful with.
There's only one fielder outside the inner circle. That's a big appeal. The fielders think that there was something there, but the umpire says a firm no.
Well, in fact, two fielders there, one in deep covers and the other one at the long on region. Yes, indeed, was a big appeal, and they would love to go for any kind of opportunities like that. Wanton Nari comes out to bowl. This one's in the air and found the gap nicely. First runs off the bat. And this is a nice field setup, but it's going to be a lot of running around for the fielders because you have a right and left hand combination out there in the center.
To be able to bowl to righties and lefties at the same time for a team that's done insanely well with the bat will be a challenge, and that is something that they look forward to the entire tournament so far, Deepesh.
Well, yes, the batters out there will have to just take it with time. An easy one to just make sure that there are no early breakthroughs. Myanmar would be just trying to dominate that one. But the way both these batters, Aiching Korolo and Erdine bat, they're taking things slow. They're going not too pacey, but just to make sure that no mistake happens early.
That'll be the end of the first over. In a huge run chase, it's 1 for no loss.
Well, yes, the first over has been really nice from Wantonadi. Started off pretty well, just trying to focus the right line and length at this moment. Some of the good length deliveries that came in handy. Just 1 runs given in that first over. And the first runs of the bat will be for Erdine bat. The left hand, right hand batting combo is just going to be a challenge. You can see the field getting changed again and again. And that is where you have to be a bit more precise.
New bowler
Lovely.
starts with a dot ball.
Oh, that's lovely start here. Just that footwork from Erdine bat didn't really make that way.
Connects bat on ball, finds the gap behind square, will get their first boundary.
Oh, that's wonderful gap. Fantastic shot, phenomenal that one. On to the leg side. And that just says the rest of it. Getting some runs from the bat is always a wonderful feeling. This one's again in the air, one bounce.
An opportunity for a run out. The umpire says it's out. Exactly what Mongolia didn't want. Especially after a boundary and they lose their first wicket. Both batters look at each other in dismay.
Well, you can only feel bad for this one. A good throw and just a little late to get into the crease. Probably, sliding the bat into the crease would have been helpful, but the first wicket goes down for Mongolia, and it's a new batter who will take the charge now. Oyun Suvud, Amar Jargal will be the new batter in. Early breakthrough for Myanmar, and that is what they will try to do time and again.
Mongolia have not had the best of tournaments with bat in hand, Deepesh. The first game they scored and were bowled out only for 19. The second game, 72 for 8. Takes the edge, will go past the short third fielder, will be another boundary for Mongolia.
Oh, it's a fast outfield and you can expect runs once you are taking that gaps very nicely. This time that ball almost looked like an middle pace off spin to me. But that thick outside edge, and in no time the ball just flashes out with 4 runs.
A good comeback delivery there. As I was saying, the batting has not been their strength. It has improved over every game. 19 all out in the first, 72 for 8 in the second, 98 for 7 in the third, which looks like they will get past 100 today.
Well, they should. They're looking for this run chase also, and that's a good looking shot. That's flashed away, squarer to the wicket, and I would say a fierce square cut.
That was there to be hit. She did take it on the front foot. A square drive, something that we don't usually see. And will get the boundary. At the end of 2 overs, it's 13 for 1. A huge total to be chased down, 170 more to win. Cannot say hasn't been the best start, but also hasn't been that bad, Deepesh.
Well, I mean, you're talking about 12 runs of Zarli's over and just getting the right run rate also to start the clock ticking from here on.
A swing and a miss, a good delivery to start the third over.
Well, you were telling how Mongolia's batting has been getting better and better. And that is where, experiences in such tournaments that you always take back, make a note, get the positive feedback and work on that feedback and get better and better every day. And that is what Mongolia has shown.
That is an inside edge. Will go down to fine leg for a couple of runs. That's good running between the wickets. We were talking about Mongolia's batting. Let's also eye what Myanmar have done so far in the tournament. Also not the best of batting teams they have been so far, but today posted their highest total. They've not gone past 100 even once before today.
It's the brand of cricket that I keep on telling has been exceptional from all the girls who have played out here in this wonderful tournament. A wide ball there. But, the class that they bring to the 22 yards is remarkable. Probably someone's etching that name, saying that this contribution has been the highest. This contribution has been the one that was noticed.
Slightly floated up delivery, another appeal, a soft one at that. The umpire stays firm and says it's not out. But just coming back to your point of the brand of cricket that they bring to the 22 yards, it's not just these two teams. We've seen a bunch of other teams that have done it. It's Japan. We've seen China, who have upped their game so very well. And it's brilliant advertisement for women's cricket.
Oh, in fact, Adarsh, this ball is just going to be going towards the mid-off. But the point I was trying to make, that I'm also interested to see the second game here at the UKM Oval, which is between China and Saudi Arabia. They've had some good time on this 22 yards, and we'll see how are they trying to finish this group stage games.
Another swing and a miss. This is very good bowling from Wathanadi. She's maintained the channel. She's maintained her channel just around the good length.
Wonton has been very consistent, always going left arm over the wicket. That's very good, clever one, opening the face of the bat just to get a single. That should also be Adarsh, the end of the over. 3 overs, 17 for 1.
A steady start, must say, for Mongolia. And at this point, it'll all be about, like we've discussed before, for both these teams to put their best foot forward, to garner as much experience as possible, try to take the sun in, because Mongolia are not going to find any when they go back home. And the experience and the wealth of knowledge that they potentially gain playing multi-nation tournaments is something that will only bolster their confidence and up their game.
You always need that adrenaline to keep yourself energetic, and this is what is the right pedigree. You know, when you are getting a fair chance to play such prestigious tournaments, which is very well organized, ensuring that right infrastructure is there for every players to practice, to plan, to execute.
Maypo into the attack. Oh, that's a very, very good start. A run-out opportunity, a direct hit would have been close. That was a strong throw from short third, but they eventually make it through for a single.
Yeah, good running between the wickets, I feel, and one that had to be ran very hard, because when you are running at the danger's end, especially Inchin Korolo, another one straight to the fielder.
Another dot ball.
Chin Korolo trying to target that extra covers boundary.
Another dot ball straight to the fielder there. This is some consistent bowling that we can see from Maypo.
See, Maypo on the other end is trying to be consistent, but on the other end, Inchin Koloro is also eyeing that extra covers boundary from a long time. Look at that, once again in that area.
3 on the trot. Third time's not a charm to be able to pierce that gap. For Inch Korolo.
This is some good contest between the two, Mongolia as well as Myanmar.
A dot ball to finish a very, very efficient over. Only 1 run being given. It's 18 for 1 after 4.
Oh, that's the dugout. The coach, Joe, is just now monitoring the batting side of the girls where they're getting runs.
A dot ball to kick things off. The fifth over. Not a very high power play for Mongolia. But just to add on to how the coach has rallied his troops today, as soon as the first innings ended, despite having a poor day on the field, the coach was there on the boundary line greeting everybody. Another dot ball. This is brilliant bowling, consistent bowling. A big appeal and the finger goes up. Third time she's appealed. An outside edge. The batter's a little confused because she doesn't think that she's actually hit the ball. Deepesh, entertainment in front of your eyes.
Unbelievable and in shock. She's still talking to the leg umpire and saying that, according to me, I did not even get any wood on the bat. Look at that. She's again and again trying to say that she didn't get any wood on it.
What she was trying to indicate there was that the bat got stuck or hit the pad or her clothes.
And it was been given out. Oh, look at that. Look at that reaction. Still, I mean, the moment she's trying to come out, she's still in unbelief. Let's look at the replay again. There could be a chance where she might have got the bat first.
But there was a little bit of a deflection.
Yeah, right now, probably the confusion in her mind is it did took the edge. Oh, she is upset right now. She's very much upset. Look at the coach. This is what great leaders do. This is what great mentors do. Stand with them, pat on their back and said that, don't worry, you've done well. It happens. Trying to get her to move away from that moment. That's a great one from Joe, the coach.
Another brilliant delivery to the new batter, Oyun Swadamar. But that's exactly the point I was trying to make earlier in the over, that as soon as the first innings ended, despite not having the best of days on the field, the coach was there on the boundary line saying, well done to everybody, clapping their hands, patting their backs. And that is the kind of motivation that they need. Even now, a disappointed batter coming out after being adjudged out. She wasn't very happy about it, but the coach was there. Again, a pat on the back to say that it is a part and parcel of this game. You just have to roll with the punches, take as many learnings as possible, and keep your head up high.
Absolutely. Wantanare. She's bang on money today. The right areas where she's pitched in the ball and tried to get results with a wicket. And in the third over, if you've seen, she's just conceded 5 runs till now.
She did pick up a couple of wickets against Japan and finishes her third over with a dot ball, and it will be a maiden, a successful one, 18 for 2 after 5. For the next 5 overs in the commentary box with me will be Baba. Welcome. How have you looked at the first 5 overs, Baba?
Has been very watchable, Adarsh, especially the new ball bowling from Myanmar.
Starts off with a short and wide delivery. The umpire will call it wide. But what do you think of the last wicket? Do you think there was an edge there because the batter was disappointed? She didn't want to leave. She had a quick conversation with the leg umpire as well.
Yes, tight call indeed, because she did definitely hit the back pad, that is. Whether the outside edge was taken right at the same time when the bat hit the pad, or it was just the angle that the left armer produced that left the batter, we won't know, but it's the umpire's call we'll stay with.
2 dot balls to start. this over. Now, no run of the bat yet. The first ball was a wide. But Mongolia will have to move on from that incident, not get stuck in the crease. They do find the gap, do they? No. Brilliantly cut off at backward point, will be a quick single.
Yes, they've been supercharged on the field, and that can happen to you. If you scored in an excess of 180, scored 24s in that first innings, 24s and a 6, that really translates into confidence on the field.
Another swing and a miss. 2 more deliveries to go in the power play. From whatever we're seeing so far, Mongolia, it doesn't look like they're going to win this contest, but what they can do is try to stay till the end, look at the different bowling options that are being hurled at them, try to understand. A short delivery, pull straight to mid-on, a quick single, a run-out opportunity. Again, a direct hit would have cost them, but she does make it back in time.
As it turns out, there was a run-out opportunity on both the ends, because that was hit straight to the fielder. Yes, you're right. Mongolia now playing for their own growth. As you mentioned, they have been closing on that triple figure mark.
Good delivery, another quick single, a slight fumble there. Could have been another run-out opportunity, but they will end the power play with a single, not the biggest of ones for them. They have lost 2 wickets at the end of the power play and scored 22 runs.
Yes, they will be playing for their own growth, for their own development, for their own confidence. Get past that triple figure mark. And if they can do so, that will give them enough to talk about when they go back.
Baba, what are the minute features that you think you've noticed from the Mongolian team that they have picked up or from the first innings that they can pick up on going forward?
I think the biggest thing they can build on is the camaraderie that they have got in this team. And they're playing for each other, fighting for each other. We saw in the first innings when the bowler was banned, Phillips straight away came in, put an arm around her and said, "It's okay, I'll take it from here." And I think that's been their biggest strength. Joe has done a tremendous job to get these girls together as a close unit.
New bowler, another swing and a miss. But you're very spot on when you say that the camaraderie has been the highlight for the Mongolian team. A quick word to the coach as well, Baba.
Yes, both the coaches, Joe for Mongolia and Ashfaq Bapi for Myanmar. This would be a proud day for both of them. Myanmar setting a record of their own in the tournament in terms of score.
That's a big appeal. Slightly drifting down the legs. Another dot ball.
Yes, and Mongolia on the other hand showing that even after they've been crushed for 180 runs, they're together as a unit, which will be a massive positive once they end this tournament.
Or try to swivel that away down to fine leg, will be called a wide.
Yes, remember Adarsh, this Mongolian side went 27 games without a win, and then that emotional maiden victory came earlier in the tournament. So already they've had a terrific positive to take back to Mongolia when they're back.
Oh, she's got some wheels on that. But you're very right, Baba. One win can change a lot of things. And that's how teams grow as well. You cannot be the best team if you don't learn from your losses. And you need those losses to teach you certain lessons. Another swing and a miss.
Yes, Adarshan, it will be a massive step for cricket to grow further in Mongolia. Previously, it was just centered around one region. Now about 6 to 7 provinces back in Mongolia play divisional cricket, which is a massive boost to have a talent pool of players.
Or this time she connects. She's been attempting that shot for more than one occasion here, and she will get a boundary.
I think the key to that connection and the misses previously was this time she wanted to time the ball. But just waited for the ball, didn't try and hit it too hard, just kissed it away. Left off that backward point fielder gets 4. Now they've got a deep backward point after that shot.
You don't need to make necessary changes unless they are necessary. Last ball of the over coming up. Another short delivery, this time slight edge. A drop and run, if you can take that as one. Will be a single to finish the 7th. It's 28 for 2.
That last shot there tells you why Ichinghorlu is their most experienced batter in this lineup. She's represented Mongolia for a while now, and that experience now shows in that little steer towards the 3rd region. By no means a rocking start, but a solid one indeed in terms of their own progress and growth of this batting outfit. Maipo to continue.
There's a slight change in field. A deep square leg was there. She's now stationed in front of square in the inside circle. That's a good start. Right on the money.
Just shifting our focus to Myanmar. A victory like this is what Ashfaq Bapi and the entire support staff would have been hoping for coming into the tournament. The previous one was a slightly closer one. If they win this, this will be a massive win.
Like Deepesh earlier was mentioning, that there is another game in the afternoon for us at UKM Oval where China will be playing. And I will be very honest with you, Baba, China is the team that I'm really excited to watch. Not just today, but in the upcoming years. Oh, that slashed away. A half stop at point. A valiant attempter. An attempted second and will get that. That's brilliant running between the wickets.
Yes.
All round great cricket.
Yes, equally good fielding as you mentioned. First from the inner circle fielder and then from the sweeper to run in quick, get that flat throw in. I'm going to add to that. I'm going to say I will be super keen on seeing how much of growth the Saudi women's have shown all throughout the tournament.
Another attempt to the same shot. Will be a directed. No. Is that a run out? The umpire is unmoved. Some miscommunication there in the middle. That was hit straight to the fielder, Baba.
Yeah, Tugs did really well. Desperate dive to get back. Jersey number 10, look at her turn back right now, realizing that she's in danger and puts the full stretch dive. And that is superb commitment. Umpire was in an excellent position.
Yeah, that was actually a very close call. So kudos to the umpire to be able to see that so clearly and declare not out. But yeah, I was very excited. I still am about wanting to. Another play and a miss. Will there be a run out here? No, there will not be. That will bring to close. Over number 8, it's 30 for 2. Continuing the conversation about who we are excited to watch in the coming years. I am really, really excited to see what China and Japan do. I've already seen China play. Their commitment to the game, they are doing certain things differently.
Yes, you're right. We're talking about this particular contest. It was evens and Stevens right at the start, unless we saw the Mongolian bowlers bowling a lot of looseners. And since then, the momentum that Myanmar had, they've kept at it. Zonlin to continue. We saw she's been bowling with good pace here.
Dot ball to start. There are 3 fielders on the boundary on the offside and 1 on the leg side. That's a lot of singles that can be taken there. A slightly steep bounce, looking to play that pull shot, but a little late on that.
Sharp inward movement as well from Zonlin. Perhaps the quickest in this bowling attack. She's hitting the deck hard here.
There will be a quick single. She's bowling some good speeds.
She's been a fine all-rounder for Myanmar for a while. And Myanmar cricket working tirelessly to improve the skill level of the players, the coaches. They've been hiring some foreign coaches in the recent past to train the coaches back home and the homegrown talent.
We've seen a lot of plays and misses today. Oh, that's very well driven. That was there, a half volley there to be hit. She had to time the shot to perfection and pierce the gap. Will get another boundary.
Yes, their most experienced batter now taking charge of this run chase, but just leaned onto that fuller delivery and made sure that she could beat the sweeper fielder. Top shot moves into the 20s.
Oh, that ball jacked back in. Quick reflexes from the batter. At the end of the 9th over, it's 35 for 2.
Yes, it's the in-dipper or the in-swinger that has troubled her so far. Anything that has moved away, she's gotten into a better position. The remaining batters in that Mongolian dugout must be hoping that this partnership can flourish along. Maypo once again.
That's in the air. Just falling short of the bowler. Not a lot of feet movement there.
Yes, in fact, to these two batters, every time it has come back in, they're cramped for room. What they can do is perhaps open that front leg a bit more.
The intention was right there, but as you said, the leg didn't move very well to be able to open that small gap that they could have taken a single from.
Yes, I'm sure Joe, who's got a notebook out right now, must be writing down these pointers.
That's hit straight to the fielder. Slight fumble. Will get another single. Every run here is being cheered for from the Mongolian camp. That shows the camaraderie that we were talking about earlier.
Yes, Teltelang, the fielder there, as you mentioned, clean one-hand pickup, and that could have been a tight call at the non-striker's end.
Again punched off the back foot. This is a strong shot. We've seen not just from this innings, from the first innings as well. An area of interest for both these teams.
Maypo into a last over here has been pretty disciplined all throughout this new ball spell. Although she hasn't picked up a wicket, how tight she's kept it has got the wickets from the other end.
Add another dot ball to that list. She's been exceptional. She hasn't given anything away, no margin for error. And the other thing that the fielders, the bowlers have done in the second innings is that they've not bowled a lot of extras, especially the no balls that we saw more from the Mongolian bowlers. Last ball. Another quick single, an opportunity at the non-striker's end. She will make it through. At the end of the 10th over, Mongolia will be 38 for 2 and drinks will come onto the field. A small break.
Permutations, combinations, calculations to be recalculated as we go out of that drinks break. 38 for 2. Bit of spin now. It's the captain who's induced an outside edge there. Keeper perhaps got a glove to that. That's why I'll just die down before the ropes. Couple of runs taken. Bit of a change here in commentary box. Time to say welcome back to Dipesh. Dipesh 40 for 2 now. Mongolia looking to get past that magic number of 100.
Well, absolutely. The batting has been top quality. Wherever they've got a chance, they've got those boundaries to add to their innings. And I think it's a good contest that we have experienced right from the morning. Myanmar first batting, then Mongolia now trying to get there as much as they can. It's eventually the good cricket that we've always witnessed with these two.
The captain herself looked positive with the bat in hand. She started by giving it a real rip here. That one went straight on.
Well, even in the first delivery, I think that thick outside edge, but a little bit of fit movement from the wicketkeeper could have helped at least to stop the ball. It was just a reflex where she's trying to take it from one hand. You know, these things will be, of course, getting noted from the coach. And it's good to see, young girls bringing out their own skills. Whatever works for them, eventually it's the matter of comfort that you have to play.
Yes, also the regular keeper, Kinmin Maik, who was retired out previously, isn't donning the gloves. It's Hethet Aung who's taken up that responsibility. And as the stand-in keeper, Kinmin will be proud of Hetet Aung's efforts so far. 11 done, 40 for 2.
Javzan Julam and Ichin Koloro, both of them have brought some steadiness into this innings.
Pani Fu's first ball, the attempted leg break, not exactly gripping off the surface there, just went on straight. Run taken.
It's just that she's trying to bowl majorly what even in the previous games that we've seen, that for a right-hander, she tries to bowl that off stump, outside the off stump line. And probably if she's bowling that, because you have runs on the board, you have a long way, still to go in the game, why not a first slip to try out?
Rightly so, because Myanmar will be looking to pick up 10 wickets with the ball and tick all boxes as they have done with the bat. Lot of flight, one-handed effort from that short midfielder, goes through her. Excellent bit of a diving stop, but she's touched the ropes. At least that was clear to us from here in the commentary box. Don't think umpire had a clearer view to that. And remember, they don't have the luxury of replays here.
Well, nicely tossed up delivery in the air, passes that short mid-wicket region, then the long chase, and that diving effort does it well. Good cover up. A teamwork, I would say, on the boundary.
Bat on offer perhaps, which is why umpire just walked out of that appeal. Has been an impressive over, barring that full toss. She's maintained an aggressive line and bowling at a right pace, Dipesh, for the surface. Not slower.
Well, rightly said there. By now, I think after that dew factor we were talking about in the morning, after that first inning, that dew factor must have completely gone, and this time, chance!
Yes, didn't get the throw on, one perfect bounce to the keeper there. Otherwise, that was curtains for this partnership. Last ball. Tossed up even further. The moon ball from the leggy. They've taken another run on the throw. Aggressive running from Mongolia here. They're starting to take that run rate slightly up.
I think it's also the start that should have been mattered, but 47 for 2 after the end of 12. Look at that bit of a misfield, but then throw little wider, and that gave the opportunity for the batter to actually be safe. 47 for 2 after 12.
And it will be 10th and so to continue. She's getting a bit of grip here. There you go, too close to cut. And good keeping this time around from Teltelaung.
She's nicely gripping the ball. That is what is keeping her line and length very much consistent and in control. Look at that. Tossing up nicely, and this time the timber will be destructed. Bales will be on the ground. Wicket number 3.
Yes, this is a culmination of some good work done by the captain with her off break. All throughout this spell, she's used that non-bowling arm pretty well, extending it right fully forward. And she gets a lot of pace, a lot of zip on the ball. This one just looked like delivered from the front of the hand and went straight on. A batter played all across, all around that straight ball as well. So that's the end of the road for Tugs with the bat. And she's back in the hut.
Well, the new batter will walk in.
It's the captain. Gunsu, 18 years of age, just leading Mongolia for the first time. Didn't have a great time with the ball in hand. Let's see if she can find the mojo with the bat. Oh, tentative hesitation. Underarm throw to the bowler. They complete the run.
Was quick enough and good running between the wickets. Running that run very hard to reach to the non-striker's end. Captain, got a work to do immediately.
That's been the variation ball, the one that just skids off the surface of the front of the hand. And every time she's bowled that, she's made sure that it's well within the stumps. That's the stock ball, the off spin that starts from just outside off. Building up dots now, 10th and so.
She has been wonderful and effective spin bowler.
Another quite overdone and a successful one too. 48 for 3. 13 overs are done. As we mentioned, cricket taking giant strides in Myanmar now. A total of 15 divisional states who all play cricket. And more importantly, all these divisional states, they've got 50% men's teams and 50% women's team. So these girls from a very young age compete with the men's in the age group cricket. In the air, fielder didn't run in too quick. Just one bounce, one turn with the left arm throw, and by the time that came in, couple of runs.
And it will be also interesting to see the teams who have got into quarterfinals from Group A, Thailand, Japan, from Group B, UAE, Oman, from Group C, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Group D, Hong Kong, China, and Nepal.
Yes, that'll be a spectacular contest. The next stage, last day for group stage games here at UKM Oval. And Myanmar looking to tighten the squeeze here. 50 up meanwhile for Mongolia. Charges down the track, missed it. The keeper missed the ball as well. She's a young keeper learning on the job and perhaps was a little too eager to get the bails off, took her eyes off the ball, and hence the fumble.
Well, yes, a long time. The struggle you could see. First, he tried to get hold of it, and then some smiles between the two. Isn't it a good sight?
Intentions clear that they're going for it. To the left of the mid-wicket fielder, flat throw towards a non-striker as both these batters successfully complete the second run.
You know, many a times you evaluate a performance's basis on a win or a loss. But I think it should be more considered with the efforts and the hard work that each one of them is putting in the middle.
Similar shot, similar result.
Look at that brilliant work when you're running between the wickets. No doubt it was a good fielding. Throw a little wider, but that's going to happen with the way fielder is coming into that field in that pace.
In the last 3 overs, they've just turned up the intensity. In terms of scoring, therein lies the good connection taken brilliantly by the long on fielder. Came in quickly, judged it to perfection, full stretched hands, and she's completed a fine catch down at the long on boundary.
Well, turns around and shows the jersey number. Zali, you have done an exceptional work to get that wicket out of the captain. What a wonderful catch that is. Eyes on the ball. A little dive just to make sure that the timing is perfect. And then just walking in silently. No celebrations. But just that inner feeling of feeling so proud after taking that catch must be very satisfying as a feeling, must be very calming that moment down when you do something good on the field.
Yes, Dipesh, as a fielder, those two kinds of catches, A, when you are lunging forward, and B, when the ball has almost passed you and you pluck it with one hand over your head. When you take either or any one of them two, it's the most satisfying of the lot. At the fall of that wicket, now time for the vice captain, batsman, to come to the crease. She'll be at the non-striker's end. Immediately after having taken that catch, Zarli Win gets the ball to bowl some right arm off spin from the university end. Swapping the fielders, cover and point. .54 for 4 now. Zarli's first ball is a quicker one on the stumps. Hardly any footwork. Defended.
Well, yes, now things will be getting a little bit of attention here, especially from the Mongolia side. Overs are almost now getting closer and closer, and you have a target still to achieve. It's not at all, I will say, at this point in time, Mongolia has given up. In fact, the intent is very clear to get runs.
Oh, dropped. Did carry to Zarlin. Would have been her second brilliant catch of this inning. She's disappointed. Just fell out of her palms right at the last second.
Absolutely. She was almost there and had nicely covered up. The ball just didn't grip.
This time evades the bowler and goes towards long off. You're right. And Dipesh, it is the intensity bit that you cannot coach. You can coach technique, you can coach perhaps a bit of temperament, but the intensity is perhaps self-led. And Mongolia, they've shown with the bat, they've got enough intensity.
See, eventually, you're all alone on that 22 yards. So whatever decisions you got to make your own.
There you go. A bit of a slog there from the new batter. Vice captain comes out, all guns blazing, finds the boundary straight away.
A long gap between the deep square leg and the long on. And she found the gap nicely, giving herself some room. And that was right on the spot.
Dipesh, batsman, she's got long levers. Pretty sure there's a bit of power in her batting. And that's how she has begun. 400 strike rate. Last ball of this over. Hit down the ground for a run. Batsman will keep strike. 59 for 4. 15 overs are done.
All right then, 15 overs gone, 59 for 4. Others, what a fight back from Mongolia that we are watching, witnessing. And what a great fight to see. Even Myanmar taking their chances, but Mongolia isn't giving that up easily.
Absolutely. They haven't lost a lot of wickets. They've tried to stay in, stitch partnerships, get your runs, singles, doubles. It's fantastic to watch. And an exciting 5 overs awaits us.
Well, now then, another one in the air, just swings the bat. And she's got that big swing always coming in handy.
She's able to move around the crease, which is very, very good for her. She's also got the ability to be able to bend down, get her center of gravity as low as possible.
Another one nicely played, almost trying to find that gap near that extra covers region. Just a single.
Yeah, good punch of the back foot. This partnership has been a little more active for Mongolia than the previous ones. You've seen a couple of boundaries come in, a couple of strong shots.
Another one. It's the power hitting that she's focusing on right now, Adarsh.
And she's got the power to be able to do it. We already saw it in the previous over, a couple of boundaries. One definitely, the other one almost getting to the boundary.
Another one onto the leg side. So even if they're not getting those boundaries very handy, or on every point they're trying to make an effort, but the singles are still on.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty healthy run rate that they've got going on right now. Just over 4 runs an over, which means they are ticking it around.
And you were talking about the progress of these two teams, but I'm sure similar experience you've got with commentating on many of the teams other than these two.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen a couple of really good performances, units coming together.
Oh, it's now the last ball, bit of a hand on it that slowed down the momentum, but single run would end that 16th over with 65 for 4, stays on the scoreboard.
Like you asked, Dipesh, a couple of units that I've really been impressed with in Group B especially are UAE, and as I already mentioned, China. UAE are playing cricket, top-notch cricket, and they are directly being compared to Thailand, who are potentially the tournament favourites. And the amount of cricket that China do get to play back home is not a lot. So exposure to tournaments like these have also upped their game. And they're also doing really well. So these are the two teams that I've had my eye on for a while.
Moving on to the next over now. 4 overs remaining, and this one, first one, starts off with smashing that shot. You talk about power hitting, you talk about range hitting, and here's a good example for you.
Oh, that was extremely strongly struck. The fielder did try to get there with one hand, but there was no way she's able to catch that. It went over her head and immediately into the boundary in a flash.
MYANMAR Zaya, what a shot that was. Just puts out the statement on the very first ball of that over. Generally, a bowler asks questions by bowling some fine line. But now then, Zarli takes the revenge. And Captain Tai Tai takes a wonderful catch.
But that was a brilliant catch, a brilliant comeback delivery first up. She did get hit for a boundary. She attempted the same delivery, this time slightly fuller. The batter did slice, the ball went up in the air, and a good running catch by the skipper from short third. Brilliant cricket from Myanmar all over, and another wicket falls.
Well, but I must tell you that this is some great cricket that she has been in for a while. MYANMAR Zaya, batsman, 12 runs off that 8 deliveries that she's faced. What a lovely cameo she's played. And it is these small contribution that eventually makes the perfect combination, the perfect concoction for your success stories in the future.
Absolutely. This is something that Mongolia missed when they were bowling. They did get 3 or 4 chances coming their way, and they were not very difficult ones as well. We've already seen a brilliant catch already on the boundary, and the second one was also not too bad. So clearly the difference between a winning team and a potentially losing team. Catches win you matches.
Well, yes, right now, Zarli will be thrilled to bits after taking that wicket because very first ball of her delivery, she was hit for a powerful shot for a boundary by Magmar Zaya. But then it has the change in line just outside the off stump, a little bit of turn made the difference. And that's clean bowled. She is on a hat trick now. A big moment for Zarli. 2 on 2.
Phillips goes for a duck. She played all around it, and the bowler needs to be credited. Zarli, after being smashed for 22 runs, she's come back with a bang. She bowled it on the stumps. The batter just moved extremely across, exposing her leg stump, and the bowler knocks it off. It's a long walk back for Phillips. Didn't trouble the scorers. It's 69 for 6.
I think now all eyes on Zarli. All eyes on Zarli.
I just quickly wanted to point out just before that delivery that the captain could put in a potential slip, could attack those new batters coming in, but this time around, I genuinely hope she does it.
I think she's thinking that way now. Probably trying to get a couple of good catching positions and fielders in place. Here we go. The hat-trick ball. Oh, missing this one. Missing this one, but a smile on the face.
That's great spirit of cricket shown here. A good comeback delivery.
And that could be a chance for a run out, and she's gone. That immediate fielding change from Zarli, where she's got the shot mid-off placed just right in front of the 22 yards. Look at that, the shot and the run out.
She hit it straight to the fielder. So basic rules of cricket, if you hit it to a fielder, don't run. And there was a slight fumble, yes, but again, second rule, follow-up rule, never run off a misfield. They did both of them wrong and cost them a wicket, and they're tumbling now 7 down with just 69 runs. We were just congratulating them for the fight that they've shown, Dipesh, and it's kind of falling apart for them.
I think I mean it is falling apart because only one will win. But I will always give credit to both the teams, for the kind of cricket that they have played today. Because see, it is the stage where they are exploring, and when you are exploring, you will have roadblocks, you will have speed breakers, you might slow down for a moment, but when you come out rising in the future, that will be something to watch out for.
A quick sweep, a single to finish the over, a very successful one. 3 wickets in that 17th over. For Myanmar, it's 70 for 7.
Well, all about 7 in that scoreboard. You talk 70 runs, you talk 7 wickets, and then you talk 17 overs. So all about number 7 at this moment. And we are out here on this wonderful venue, UKM Oval. Another start to the over. Just pushing it to the fielder. Some of the good things that I would love to collect from this game. One is the intent, the very first one, because intent to play good cricket does not come from pushing you to do something, but it comes from inside. The other one has been a lot of players have come out to be reliable and someone whom you can depend on. That's a big appeal. That's a big appeal, and the finger goes up. Another moment where the batter is just looking at the umpire in complete shock.
A new bowler into the attack. Lin strikes immediately. The umpire was very confident. So were the keepers, so were the fielders and the keeper. She was the loudest. And there was no hesitation. There was a clear deflection there. And the umpire had no doubts. The batsman is a little surprised, but that's 8 down. Lin with the wicket, Kin Min with the catch.
Obviously, I mean, it was her moment to immediately go for that appeal and shout it out loud because, you just were there. And I think the keeper was Tate Young.
Correction.
It was her moment when you're standing so close to the stumps and taking a brilliant catch like that.
Correction, I said Kin Min. Mayat, she's slightly injured.
Damdin Surin comes out in the center with Kaliona. Eight wickets down, last ball of this over. Lin. Is she planning one more? That's a good delivery to finish the over with 70 runs for the loss of 8 wickets and a wicket maiden to Lin.
She's bowled brilliantly, Deepesh. There were 4 deliveries that were very similar to the wicket delivery. Outside the off stump, ball slightly moving away, made the batter drive. A couple of deliveries on the stump. But the thing to notice was she never changed her length. It was always there. Spot bowling, I think she's trained for that, and that very evidently shows that she's able to have that kind of control to bowl all 6 deliveries in the same place.
First ball's gone towards the short mid-off. Quick fielding. 71 now with that one. Zarli coming to just finish the spell. Fantastic numbers with 2 wickets. 24 runs, and this will be the thick outside edge, but Tai does a wonderful job standing at the short third.
There was an edge. The fielder, the captain, had to run and cover ground quite a bit. She put out one hand to be able to stop that. Otherwise, it was a boundary for sure. So really well done on the fielding. Another thing that I really wanted to highlight here was how the batting team has shown intent to at least stay and face the 20 overs, play it out.
That is what I'm saying. These examples or these innings, they take back, they work on it, they come back stronger next year. Doesn't matter where you've finished in the group. What matters is the quality of cricket that you've played, and you've announced the world that we are here to play good cricket. Maybe some things we have to work on, but we will be working on, and we will be coming back stronger.
Yeah, that's another thing about a lot of other teams in this tournament as well. That despite them not picking up the wickets that they want to or scoring the runs or chasing totals down, they've never been out of character. They've always been in the game. They wanted to stay there till the end, no matter what happens, and that's always good for the future of the sport.
Straight down the ground, punched it. There is a fielder at the long on and will be just a single. I remember the wonderful line of the founder of Apple, Steve Jobs. Stay hungry, stay foolish. And here we go. One more moment for Zarli. And exactly what I was just saying. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Stay on to the wicket. That one intent to pick up wicket should never go into any cushion. You got to stay hungry for that, and you need to perform like that. When you want more and more, you want to do more and contribute more to your team, Zarli, what a finish for her. 3 wickets in that 4 overs.
They lost their 5th wicket when they were on 69, and in a span of 6 runs, they've lost 4 more.
Last over of the innings, played it inside out. Just gonna be a single.
An all-round performance from Myanmar here. They will look to bowl the new batter out as well, and Mongolia in due process. So commiserations to Mongolia, but you can go back with your head held high. A lot of experience, a lot of takeaways.
That's again a lovely delivery. She thought that it will be bowled on to the pads, but to her surprise, she's just telling her partner that she thought that it will be bowled on the pads. Another dot ball here. This one's in the air and into the gap as well. Long chase there. Will they go for the second one? Yes. Kaliona and Batur there in the center.
There wasn't a very short delivery, but the batter was quick to pounce on it. Quickly jumped onto the back foot, and she saw there was a big gap there. Didn't have enough timing to get to the boundary.
Whatever they gather from here on will be a blessing in disguise. Misfield again. Second run will be easy and will be 79 there, with a couple of these added to the total.
You can still hear them being cheered on for every single run that they score. Every run matters to them.
Something that you pointed out, and I will repeat that: stay there to play 20 overs, and that's what Mongolia has done. They've got runs, they've stayed there, they've faced almost 20 overs, because the last ball is going to be bowled now. Last ball, and that should be a single to add up. So they finish on 80 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. But what a game, what a match, and what a contest we've witnessed between the two. One side, Myanmar won the toss, and after winning the toss, they chose to bat first, put a good total on the board in the first innings. So if you talk about Myanmar, what a fantastic show of good batting, I would say. 183 runs was the target. And then Mongolia showed that intent, showed that character, and got 80 runs for the loss of 9 wickets by the end of 20 overs. Yes, high fives by the end. Smiling face. Keep your heads up high, girls. This is some great class of cricket and a good contest that everybody has got to the 22 yards. Here's the moment of handshake between the teams. Tai Tai leading that. And what a moment. You might have not finished on the top, but what you have given us is that one good feeling of how good as a team you both are. First innings, Kinmin with 68, 57 that she faced. Zonlin with another half century. Tai Tai, who came as an opening batter with Kinmin, got another 31. And Mepo at the last playing a cameo of 12 important runs. On the other hand, the bowlers going in for some runs, because only 1 wicket that came in as a run out. But when you come back to second innings, you saw some good intent with the Mongolian batters as well. And you can see it on the screen with Jargal having 24 runs to her name. And then Javzandulam another 14. Batnason another 12. And Yugansud another 7 runs. But it was then Zarli with good numbers of 3 wickets, 28 runs in 4 overs. The wicket taking streak has been very consistent with Thai Thai, Wonton Ari, Lin Lin Toon with 1 wicket to their name. And that was a wrap up with 80 for 9. We'll be back soon with Adarsh for the post match presentation. Till then, it's time for a short break.
Welcome to the post-match presentation here at the UKM Oval. It's a sunny afternoon here and we've had an entertaining game of cricket. And to be able to present the Player of the Match award, can I please invite the match referee Supriya Das. Thank you, ma'am. We've had multiple fantastic performances today, more so from the Myanmar side, a couple of really good performances from the Mongolia side as well. But the player that has been chosen as the player of the match today is Kinmin Mayat for her brilliant innings of 68 runs of just 57 deliveries. Can I please ask her up to come and get the award for the player of the match? The captain's here, she will accept it on her behalf, and you can just come and the captain can please come in. Ma'am, you can just shake her hand and then we can have a quick chat with the captain. There's a slight delay. I know she's very tired. Well, I have the player of the match. That was a fantastic innings. You did really well, helped your team to a win. How do you feel?
ပြောတာပေါ့အတင်းကအကုန်လုံးကလည်း support ပေးလို့ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်အကုန်လုံးတော်တော်များကျေးဇူးပါ
Well done. That was a fantastic innings. I know you have a lot to celebrate. All the very best, and not just for today, but for the future games as well.
မြန်မာလိုပဲညပြောလိုက်ငါ့ကိုမလဲလား
No worries. I just said, please join us, sir. Please join us. Yeah, please come in, please come in. The question is, how does it feel to be able to play a performance that eventually helps the team win?
ကျွန်တော်တင်ရန်ကောင်းပါတယ် feeling ရောပိုလင်ရော batting ရောပံ့ပိုးပေးလို့လည်းကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်အကုန်လုံးကျေးဇူးပါ
So she's saying that all the departments they played very well and they actually achieved their target and they're happy and that's why she's thanking everyone.
That's a brilliant performance. Congratulations to you and the team. Please go rest well and we will see you very soon in upcoming tournaments, and all the very best.
Thank you.
thank you ကျေးဇူးပါ
May I please invite the captain of Mongolia, Uginsu, for a quick chat. Please. Commiserations, Uginsu. Hasn't been the best of tournaments for you, but there should be a lot of positives that you would like to take back home.
Яг саасны болоогүй тэгээд ингээд энэ тэмцээнээс зүйл нь юу байв? Эрэг зүйлүүд нь юу байв?
Бид өмнө нь тоглосон Мянмарт тоглосон тоглолтуудад болдвол энэ тоглолтонд ингээд тоглох тусмаа илүү олон өмнөх амжилтуудаа илүү өвдөж байгаа. Тийм болохоор ер нь нэг харамсаад байх зүйл бол байхгүй.
The match before the premier, Myanmar, the last match against Myanmar, we improved now, so we are happy that we improved this time. Yes.
Well, you've done a fantastic job. You've shown your fight, and it has been a privilege to be able to watch you. All the very best for all the future games, and good luck.
Амжилт хүсье дараагийнх нь тэмцээнд амжилт хүсье.
Баярлалаа. Тэгээд дараагийн тэмцээнд бид илүү сайжирж орж ирнэ гэж хэлмээр байна.
Thank you very much. Thank you. May I please invite the winning captain of Myanmar, Tenzin So, for a quick chat. Then you would be very pleased with the performance of the team and how you finished this tournament.
Yes, first of all I want to say so thank you for my team play well the opening also and Kinmin Mayat. I want to say thank you because we went score more run but we got it 183 run. Yeah.
That's brilliant. What are the other positives that you take back? You do play a lot of cricket these days, and this should be a big boost to your confidence as well.
Yes, we are more confident this match also.
That's brilliant. A fantastic game of cricket played. Thank you so much for the entertainment, and I wish you all the very best.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that concludes the presentation from here, the UKM Oval. Another game is about to start very shortly. Stay tuned for that.